Good evening, everyone. It's Monday, February 8th from Nashville. I'm Charles Brown, Portfolio Manager with CB3 Financial. We're glad you're with us. This is CB3 Live, and as you know, it's the Monday Market Mashup edition. Here I am at the trade desk, another crazy day to the upside. This makes 6 days in a row. Not quite a record, but boy, it sure looks amazing in the accounts. I'm sure you guys are seeing that. Had a few people text me today, so we're happy about that. I'm sure you guys are too. And I'm sporting my brand new musical tie. One of my clients and old friends sent me this. My wife looked at it and said, well, that's noteworthy. It's a piano keyboard if you can't see it. So for those of you that are new, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the little bell so you get notified when we go live. That's usually Thursday night. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So, what's the topic tonight? Well, more lifetime highs. And is this going to be a continuous COVID-19? We'll talk about that. So, for Corona America, we always start with this section. What's the latest here? Well, the good news is the cases continue to drop. Now, on Thursday night's program, I talked about how I said I think the peak of this pandemic, at least in the short run, meaning 3 to 6 months, was mid-January because the cases, the hospitalizations, and the deaths are all dropping off. So reported just over 88,000 new infections. That's still a lot of people, and yet that's mostly because we have extensive testing going on right now. So I take that as a positive. It's been nearly a month since this decline is in place, and that's a good thing. But on the bad side, I'm reading several articles. I don't ever talk about anything unless I can corroborate it from more than one source. But just like we had to get used to the flu, we've had to get used to colds. I mean, I was having colds as a baby, and now at almost 66, I still get colds on occasion. COVID-19 may just be here for a while. The epidemiologist warned us that this COVID-19 could circulate for years or even decades. It may simply become a part of the fabric of our lives. Now, that doesn't mean it's the top headline every day on the newscast for the next 10 years. That's simply not going to be the case. I would be astounded if that is the case. How about that? What I do think is likely is that you're continuing to see cases revealed for months and months, possibly years, until this at least reaches a, I don't want to call this normal caseload, in the same sense that we have deaths from cancer, we have deaths from heart disease, we have deaths from even severe cases of the flu. It just becomes part of the fabric of life and death on this planet. And obviously, that's not a particularly happy thought, but the reality is that that's what living and dying is. We're not going to survive every single pandemic, every one of us. And the goal here, of course, is to stay as healthy as we can and to use the precautions that we can, but to adapt and get back to normal life as much as possible. Certainly, the U.S. stock market has been doing that, and the U.S. economy is reflecting it. Year to date, the Russell, who came on strong, it's not a who, I guess it's an it, but I think of them in persons. This asset class came on at the end of last year, and this year to date, 16%, 8.5% for the NASDAQ. S&P positive, Dow way behind. And this is why I talk about last Thursday night, I'll be talking more this Thursday night, that the asset class and sector allocation is so critical in consistent market performance. We can't always beat the S&P, but certainly we want to be in asset classes and sectors that are outperforming the S&P 500, since that is pretty much the universal benchmark, certainly here in the USA. So if you just look at these top 5 U.S. tech stocks, $8 trillion in market cap. Facebook, Alphabet, which is Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple. These mega stock entities are just astounding. There's really nothing else anywhere in the world like this. And this This group of five continues to lead the market higher, with lots of others, by the way, and many of which are in your portfolios for sure. The dichotomy, or the juxtaposition, maybe the word of the day here, between the NASDAQ and the S&P started just about a year ago. March 23rd was the low. We're here on February 8th, so we're just about 6 weeks away from a 1-year revisiting of that market low. And you can see the S&P and the NASDAQ from February 2016 tracking pretty much together and then really separating here in the pandemic. And that's when we were really paying attention, doing our best there. That's how we had that 62 and 63.5 returns last year, percentage returns in CG and SG, because we just started to see that the NASDAQ was pulling ahead and we needed to be in that space. If you want to have winners in your portfolio, you stick with winners. This picture says it all. I'm sure that Bob Kraft up in New England is going, well, that wasn't my best decision ever, was it? I had a winner, and for some reason I traded him away. Well, the folks in Tampa are exceedingly glad that the New England Patriots traded away Tom Brady, who won his 7th Super Bowl. We're looking for winners like Tom Brady. I think you would agree that if we had some more Tom Bradys in a portfolio, we would be doing pretty well, and we're excited about that. I want to just let you know here, Tesla, this is something, I know you guys know it, I really like Tesla, but they kind of shocked the markets today, the stock market, with their stock price rising, but mainly Bitcoin rising. Just incredible. 10% in about 15 minutes when Tesla made the announcement that, one, they're investing $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and now they're going to accept Bitcoin as payment. So put away your checkbook, put away your Visa, forget your car loan, just get out your Bitcoin account. And with Bitcoin now at about $45,000, you probably need maybe 2.5 to get a decent Tesla, but you can pay in Bitcoin. And we'll see how that plays out with the other auto manufacturers, but pretty amazing story. I want to give you guys a heads up. I am so excited that I have managed to secure an interview with Nashville rock star realtor Susan Thetford. Susan has been a lifelong Nashville resident. She knows this market here inside and out. She has some incredible stories to tell about people trying to find homes in this area and the difficulties that they're having. And I would be one of those, although we do have a home now. So not this Thursday night, but a week from Thursday. We still want you to tune in this Thursday night because there's a lot of information. But I haven't had a guest in a while. You guys mark it on your calendars this Thursday night and next Thursday night for Susan. Okay, it'll be a great interview. Words of wisdom this week: a government big enough to give you everything you want is strong enough to take everything you have. It sounds like something that could have been said right now by the patriots of America. It was actually said by Thomas Jefferson at the, his inaugural speech in 1801. So, guys, what we want is liberty and freedom. We don't need a government that's going to take so much from us that they essentially enslave us. And that's one of the concerns I have, frankly, about the current administration, is that they want to increase government domination over its citizens. That's not something that I think is in the market's best interest, nor in mine as a freedom-loving America. Just my 2 cents. You're free to weigh in on that if you'd like. All right, so this is last week's. I'm going to show this again because I just thought it was really strong. We hang petty thieves and then appoint the great ones to public office. All these sayings seem like they're really fresh and could be here, just somebody said them last week. Well, this is from 2,500 years ago. Pretty amazing. So, guys, the topics for Thursday: the endless enigma. How long is this going to be with us? COVID-19, and then cranking on the earnings. We are very much past the 50% way of the earnings season for 4Q20, which of course is, we're in first quarter now, reporting on the previous quarter. Be here and hear what's going on with those earnings. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised if you're not aware of how good the earnings have been. That's it for me on Monday, February 8th. I'm Charles Brown, Portfolio Manager with CB3 Financial, where we don't just manage your assets, we become one of them. We hope you'll join us back here on Thursday night for CB3 Live. From COVID to American politics to the world economy to clarity. This is CB3 Live. We'll see you soon.